the dust of your holy feet in every birth I may take. Please consider Narottam Das yours and be kind upon him. Let us sing this wonderful bhajan. Varo Puruna Puro Vaishnava Gosa Varo Puruna Puro Vaishnava Ibaro Puruna Puro Vaishnava Gosa Ibaro Puruna Puro Vaishnava Gosa Patita Pavana Tomar Bineke Hona Patita Pavana Tomar Bineke Hona Jahar nikate gele Papa dure jaya Mono doyala Prabhu ke bako thapa He mono doyala Prabhu ke bako thapa Gandhara pashala hoile pashate pavana दर्शन पवित्र करो ये तुम्हारा गुनो दर्शन पवित्र करो ये तुम्हारा गुनो हरि स्थाने अपराधे तारे हरि नाम तुम स्थाने अपराधे नाही परित्राण तुम स्थाने अपराधे नाही परित्राण तुम्हार हृदये सदा गोविंद विश्राम तुम्हार हृदये सदा गोविंद विश्राम गोविंद को है ना मोरा वैष्णव परायण गोविंद को है ना मोरा वैष्णव परायण प्रति जन्मे कोरी आशा चरणे धूली नरोत्तम कोरो दया अपनार बोली नरोत्तम कोरो दया अपनार बोली एबारो करुणा करो वैष्णव गोसाई पतित पावना तुम्हार बिन के होना Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Ibaro Kuruna Kuru Vaishnava Gosa. Everyone please. Ibaro Kuruna Kuru Vaishnava Gosa. Patita Pavana Tomar Bine Ke Hona. Srila Das Thakur ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanandi.
Thank you for that nice bhajan. So we'll resume the readings. Schedule's a little bit out of sync, but we're here just to hear about Prabhupada, and that's what we're doing, so it's fine. So now I'd like to ask Lula Manjari to come up and read her offering. We'll do a few readings up until 7 o'clock, and then Prabhupada's offering will go on. Then at 6:15 to 6:30, we can read some more offerings.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaudavani Pacharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Prascharcha Deshatarane. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my respectful obeisances. All glories to your divine grace. Someone recently told me to always do what I feel is right for me in my heart, and not just what others say is right for me. My heart knows what is right. My heart can feel it. Standing here before you today on this special day of your Vyasa Puja is what's right. Rising early to chant Krishna's glorious names is what's right. Taking only Krishna Prasad is what's right. Studying your books is what's right. Following the principle for us is what's right. And trying to do my little bit to help to serve your mission is what's right. All of which has had such a profound effect on my stone-cold heart and my crazy mind. So how can anything else be what's right? I have felt as if I have been encased in a protective bubble recently. Nothing or no one can burst that bubble. It has made me think back to the time I spent in your room at Bhaktivedanta Manor. As I sat there with my japa beads, I felt that same protectiveness. Then I realized that it was you that I felt, your energy, your presence, protecting me from the big bad world. You have done something so miraculous. You have given us something so wonderful. And a few words of gratitude cannot even in the slightest come close to speaking of your greatness. I sometimes wonder how you did it, but you did. You had a mission that you were entrusted with, a mission that you were so convinced would fructify. You never gave up, even after all the trials you were faced with. You fought so hard, so steadfast, and my heart bursts with gratitude for you. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada, for knowing what's right and for teaching me to know what's right. Your servant of the servants, Leela Manjari Dasi.
Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale, Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namani. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravari Pacharane, Nirvishesha Sunyavari Paschyatate Satarane. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances. The entire life of a disciple should be lived in glorification of the spiritual master. But at this auspicious time of the year, I come before you and again remind myself of the immense depth of your mercy. You have been specifically empowered to present the most confidential knowledge in a way for those with no qualification to understand and actually have the opportunity to perfect our lives. We were once asked what the most valuable export from India was, and you said that it was the Guru Parampara, for this is what ultimately brings one to the lotus feet of Krishna. Personally, I came to Krishna consciousness with many ulterior motives. Yes, there was some attraction to the lifestyle and the devotees, some interest in the philosophy, but ultimately it is because of you that I have stayed. You are the basis of my faith in Shastra, my faith in the process. It is your guarantee about the ultimate success of our spiritual lives that is keeping me afloat. It is the small glimpses you gave us of your incredible deep love you feel towards the deities that gives me faith in the process of deity worship. You are the foundation upon which we build our spiritual lives. You have made it explicitly clear. Just as I am seeing you face to face, and you are seeing me face to face, similarly you can see Krishna face to face. I would also like to express my gratitude for you appearing before us in your Murti form to allow us to continue to serve your Vapu after your physical departure. I have felt very fortunate and privileged to serve you in this form, and this service has greatly deepened my relationship with you. Because you are so intimately connected to Krishna, then developing a deep relationship with you reveals to us what being awakened to our eternal relationship with Krishna is like. Naturally, I find that as this relationship deepens, then you are also expecting more from me. You know everything that I am holding back. We learn in Shastra that it is only by pleasing and getting the mercy of the spiritual master that we can please and get the mercy of Krishna. And I always have approached this knowledge with a business-like mentality. I think, let me please the spiritual master so that I can get the mercy of Krishna. But as I am getting more opportunity to serve you, I am realizing that pleasing the spiritual master is the end in itself. When trying to practice Krishna consciousness, we are declaring a war on Maya, and therefore there are so many trials and tribulations. But at the end of the day, if you are pleased, then everything is worthwhile. Strong conviction of this realization is a common theme amongst all your stalwart devotees. It is stated in 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam that the spiritual master is a worshipable deity for the disciple. And therefore I pray that I may be able to serve in this consciousness, that pleasing you and my spiritual master is the ultimate goal of my life. The qualification of my spiritual master is his dedication to your mission, and he has completely dovetailed his desires with yours. Therefore, to serve him and to serve you is none different. I also pray that in my service, I may become conscious of what it is I am getting the opportunity to do. This consciousness only comes about by absorbing myself in your books, and therefore in this day I also promise to dedicate more time and energy to absorbing myself in your books, so that I may be able to serve you in a way that is pleasing to you. Please give me a taste for the holy name. the insignificant servant or the servant of your servant, Panchatattva Das. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances, all glories to your divine grace. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swamini Tinamane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshitarane Shiksha Guru Ke Tajani Krishna Swarupa Antaryami Bhakta Shrista Edui Rupa. One should know that instructing spiritual master to be the personality of Krishna, Lord Krishna manifests himself as the supersoul and as the greatest devotee of the Lord. From CC Adi 147. And in the purport, you comment, Shri Krishna himself teaches us as the instructing spiritual master from within and without. From within as Paramatma, our constant companion, and from without, he teaches from Bhagavad Gita as the instructing spiritual master. Our only shelter is the Supreme Lord, and one who teaches how to approach Krishna is a functioning form of the personality of Godhead. Guru Krishna Rupa Hana Shastra Pramani Guru Rupi Krishna Kripa Karena Bhaktagani. According to the deliberate opinion of all revealed scriptures, the spiritual master is none different from Krishna. Lord Krishna, in the form of the spiritual master, delivers his devotees. CC Adi 145. The relationship of a disciple with his spiritual master is as good as his relationship with the Supreme Lord. A spiritual master always represents himself as the humblest servitor of the personality of Godhead, but the disciple must look upon him as a manifested representation of Godhead. These two verses directly speak of your position. Prabhupada, one who represents the Supreme Lord. How can I ever comprehend the auspiciousness you have brought into my life? Sometimes I squirm at the challenges before me, and then I read or hear of how you blaze the trail ahead of us and show us in every instance how to take shelter of Krishna. Yet, despite the many good examples you've shown, you are the humblest devotee, never taking credit and always passing it on to your Guru Maharaj and your disciples. My only qualification is that I never changed anything, you have often said. Such self-control without any tinge of egoism is described in Upadesh Amrita verse 1, Vacho Vegam Manasakroda Vegam. Such a person is qualified to make disciples all over the world, and you did just that. This year has seen many nice new devotees joining in your spiritual family of ISKCON, expanding the horizon of the Scottish Yatra. It is so nice to see new devotees taking shelter of the movement you began, and it is due to your mercy that we can benefit from your Vani. I'm sure you are very happy to see them taking to the practice of devotional service and gradually leaving behind their old life. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada, for giving us, all of us, a new life, real life. Thank you for showing so many examples of how a pure devotee acts, so that we may attempt to faithfully follow in your footsteps and attain the highest goal, Krishna Prema, pure love of Krishna. You have brought the message of the most merciful incarnation, Lord Chaitanya, Gauravani Pracharani, who is giving the highest to the lowest. You're kindly giving us your association so that we may advance toward Krishna and go back to Godhead. I pray that I may learn the lessons you send so that I can better serve your movement. I'm blessed and privileged to have served you in your movement to fulfill Lord Chaitanya's mission. Please forgive my ignorance and offences and give me the strength to carry on serving this Harinam Sankirtan. Krishna se tomar, Krishna diti paro, Harinama Sankirtani. Krishna is yours, you're able to give him to me, for such is your power. Thank you for allowing me to remain in the association of devotees, your insignificant servant. Srila Prabhupada ki. picture. Get yourself ready for the budget.
To His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta, Srila Prabhupada. Please accept my humble obeisances in the dust of your lotus feet. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Sunyavari Paschat. I don't have the words to express the gratitude I feel for the good fortune of being benedicted by your causeless mercy. Your mission is Lord Chaitanya's mission, which is to deliver the most fallen souls of Kali Yuga. You have bestowed Lord Chaitanya's mercy upon us. This is the greatest benediction anyone can receive. Following the order of your spiritual master, you left India to come to the West to deliver the materially afflicted living entities. Your desire was to spread Krishna consciousness, and the fruits of your desire exceed even your own expectations. This is not very astonishing, since you are the dearmost servant of Lord Krishna, having taken shelter at his lotus feet. Thank you for giving us your shelter. Anyone who takes shelter of a pure devotee will know perfection if he molds his character according to the pure devotee's direction. One should execute devotional service and worship a spiritual master who knows things as they are. Your no-nonsense instructions, your straightforward writings, and your perfect example is your benediction upon us. We are extremely fortunate to hear the message of Godhead from the lips of a pure devotee like yourself, coming down directly through the chain of disciplic succession. You are the external manifestation of Krishna. Krishna states this in Srimad Bhagavatam. One should know the Acharya to be myself and should never disrespect him in any way. One should not envy him, thinking him an ordinary man, for he is a representative of all the demigods. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, chapter 17, text 27. You are definitely not to be considered ordinary and in any respect, even amongst other Vaishnava acharyas. You are a perfect devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Your causeless mercy knows no bounds, and you have given us the greatest good fortune. Without the care of the spiritual master, no one can render devotional service. Thank you for giving us this privilege and allowing me to participate in your glorious mission. There is no way to repay you for your loving kindness. I pray that I may someday become your servant and be worthy of receiving your mercy and the shelter of your lotus feet. Your very fallen and lowly servant, Prajumna Das. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
So continue readings after the offering. Huh?
Shall I sing until 6:30?
No.
Just sing the bhajan and what?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm not going to.
No. Just turn around and face you.
I'll get it on my phone. I mean, I sing it every day, but not like this.
I know. Hare Krishna, we'd like to ask all the devotees to move forward because some devotees can't get into the temple. Thanks. Everybody, even at the back, move a bit forward if you can, please. Okay. Those who are outside, if you like to come in now.
No, it's not comfortable. Saradava nalalita loka Tranaya karunya kanakanatvam. Praptasya kalyana gunarnavasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Mahaprabhu Kirtanandritya Gita Vaditram Adyan Manasarasena. Romanchakampa Shrutaranga Pajo Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Shri Vigrahara Dhana Nityanana Shringaratan Mandira Marjanado. Yuktasya bhaktans janiyunjatopi Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Yuktasya bhaktans janiyunjatopi Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Chaturvidha Shri Bhagavad Prasada Swadvana Triptan Hari Bhakta Sanghan. Chaturvidha Shri Bhagavad Prasada Swadvana Triptan Hari Bhakta Sanghan. Kritaiva triptim Ashata sadaiva Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Kritaiva triptim Ashata sadaiva Vande Guru Shri Radhika Madhavayora Para Madhurya Lila Gunarupa Namna. Radhika Madhavayora Madhurya Lila Gunarupa Namna. Shri Radhika Madhavayora Para Madhurya Lila Gunarupa Namna. Shri Radhika Madhavayora Madhurya Lila Gunarupa Namna. Pratikshana Swadana Lalupasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Lalupasya Pratikshana swadanalalupasyā Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam 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 Nikunjayuno Ratikeli Siddhyaye Yai alibir yuktir apekshaniya Nikunjayuno ratikeli siddhyaye Yai alibir yuktir apekshaniya Tatra tidaksha dativalabhasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Tatra tidaksha dativalabhasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Sakshadarit vena samasa shastre Uktastatha bhavyata eva sabhir Sakshadarit vena samasa shastra Sakshadarit vena samasta shastre Uktastatha bhavyata eva sabhir Kintu praborya priya eva tasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Kintu praborya priya eva tasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Yasya prasadan bhagavat prasadam Yasya prasadana gati kutopi. Yasya prasada bhagavad prasada. Yasya prasada nagati kutopi. Yasya prasada bhagavad prasada. Yasya prasada nagati kutopi. Jayam stuvang stasyaya shastri sandhyam Vande Guru Shri Charanara Vindam. Jayam stuvang stasyaya shastri sandhyam Vande Guru Shri Charanara Vindam. 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Haribo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Jaya Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana. Jai Gaura Hari, Gaura Hari. Jaya Gaura Hari, Gaura Hari. Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Haribo, 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 Haribo. Haribo, Haribo, Nitai Gaura Haribo. Srila Prabhupada ki.
So there's a few more offerings still to read, and we won't have time for every shanty auntie. We won't have time for everyone to do their offerings, but sometimes what happens when we run out of time is devotees will come before Prabhupada themselves and read their offering. Either they can do it after Arti when Prasad's on, or they can come if the temple's still open, or sometimes they come the next morning. So if you have prepared an offering and you haven't had the chance to read it, then we can take the opportunity then. So we have a few more offerings. We've got 10 minutes to squeeze in some offerings, and these are some of the ones which were submitted in the book. First is Pratap and Nivedita.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada. Dear Srila Prabhupada, you are one in ourself and in millions of hearts. Please accept my prostrated obeisance in the dust of your lotus feet. All glories to your divine grace. Srila Prabhupada, your faith in Krishna, your purity, your determination to the order of your Guru Maharaj, your example as an ideal Vaishnava, and especially your instructions have formed the strongest foundation of the movement you began in 1965. Staying away from the holy land of Bharata, we feel blessed to have received the opportunity to understand the ultimate goal of life only by your mercy, only by your determination to fulfill your Guru Maharaj instruction, and only because you faced the challenges, we were able to receive this opportunity and chance to understand the scriptures and go back to Godhead. Words fall short to express our gratitude for this opportunity. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada. Once again, there is no words to express yourself. On this momentous occasion, we recall the wisdom of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam that you presented meticulously to us. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita, whenever there is a decline in virtuousness and an increase in unrighteousness, O Arjuna, at that time I manifest myself on earth. Srila Prabhupada, you made these ancient teachings relevant to the modern world, showing us that the Supreme Lord Krishna's guidance is eternal and ever applicable. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is mentioned the supreme occupation, the dharma, for all humanity is that by which men can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendental Lord. Canto 1, Chapter 2, Sloka 6. Srila Prabhupada, you lived by this principle, demonstrating that the highest calling is to serve God and others with love and devotion. You built ISKCON on this foundation, providing an avenue for people to engage in the Supreme's occupation. Your teachings are illuminated further by the Srimad Bhagavatam's words. Hearing and chanting about the transcendental holy name, form, qualities, paraphernalia, and pastimes of Lord Vishnu, remembering them, serving the lotus feet of the Lord. These 9 processes are accepted as pure devotional services. Through ISKCON's practice of Kirtan, Prasadam distribution, and temple service, individuals worldwide are able to engage in these 9 forms of devotion. As we reflect on your teachings that you brought to light, we realize that the depth of our gratitude towards you. You gifted us with the roadmap to navigate life's complexities while staying anchored in spiritual wisdom. On this sacred day, we would like to renew our commitment to the teachings and principles you embodied. And in doing so, we honor your incredible legacy. Srila Narottama Dasa Thakur says, Tandera Charanam Sevi Bhakta Sane Vasa, Janame Janame Haye E Abhilasha. One must worship the lotus feet of the Acharya and live within the society of devotees. Then one's endeavor to cross over nations will surely be successful. We would like to thank the Supreme Lord for giving us this blessed opportunity to stay in this wonderful devotee community and be the part of the ISKCON family. This is only possible through the footsteps of your vision and your mercy. Please use us in whatever way you want to serve the Supreme. We want to be your sold out servants at your lotus feet. Please grant us pure devotional service and always engage the best in us to serve your glorious movement, ISKCON. Your eternal, insignificant servants, Pratap and Nivedita. Thank you. And Srila Prabhupada ki.
Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisance. All glories to your divine grace. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. This year is a great, memorable year in my life. My wife and I are now part of the Gaudiya Vaishnava family. We had our first step, initiation, last month and made our commitment to take up the next step in Krishna consciousness. Since then, I have seen various changes in my life, both materially and spiritually. I feel some differences, like the mundane music is no more interesting. The people who I thought as superheroes in some movies are looking like jokers now, and has got the ability to identify that this is all proper illusion within illusion. Trying to start thinking of Krishna and yourself in every day-to-day activities sometimes feels the inner happiness whilst chanting, and sometimes it is like you said, a child craving for his mother. When I hear someone singing Mahamantra, started feeling a sensation from inside and wants to have this more and more. Sometimes I cry unknowingly while hearing Mahamantra. All these differences shows I'm heading in the right direction. However, I see these as basic characteristics of nice devotees around me. This clearly shows still a long way to go for myself. I have so many anarthas which I believe are hindrances for advancement in Krishna consciousness. Please help me with following your instructions on concentrating on higher taste like attentive chanting, more book reading, and more services, so that these anarthas will slowly wash away. Thanks for showing us this Krishna consciousness. I don't know what we would have done without your instruction and the knowledge you have given to us. I'm certainly not an eligible person for the level of mercy you have showed and showered on me. I'll try my best to take further steps towards the higher taste in Krishna consciousness. Your humble servant and the most fallen soul, Ram Lakshman Dasa. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jambavan.
Omagyanatimarandasya Jananjana Salakaya Chakshurun Militun Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Once again, Srila Prabhupada, I stand before you, and I've been coming a long time now. And thank you for allowing me. Somehow I wonder how I got to this stage that I've been allowed to come for so long. But it's all down to you, Srila Prabhupada. You gave us the understanding, the firm understanding in your books, how to deal with the material world and how to really practice religious life and yoga. And you actually exposed a lot of the yogis, the bogies, the spiritualists, the transcendentalists, and you gave us the real deal, and you solved the mystery for us of human life. Everything is in your books, Srila Prabhupada, everything. The secret is to read them every day. Simple, very simple philosophy, but you must practice every day as much as possible, no slacking off. I am happy to say, Srila Prabhupada, my understandings are getting deeper and better. But it is a gradual thing. You have said many times in your book, it is a gradual thing. Don't be looking to be a pure devotee. One lifetime maybe. But be prepared to follow your instructions and that of the pure devotees, especially the ones coming in the parampara. I know it pleases you when people do your books, and I've been fortunate to do your books, Srila Prabhupada. I'm meeting more and more people out there who are desperately seeking real spiritual answers to material problems. The people are suffering, and there is so much suffering. There is plenty of money, plenty of wealth, plenty of cars, plenty of beautiful homes, but there is no understanding of real spiritual life. And this is where we come in, and this is where we can give them the answers they're looking for. Now, I've never seen it in the last 5 years. I've seen where more and more people are not only taking books, but they're taking chanting beads as well. And they're chanting everywhere. Yeah, yes, Srila Prabhupada. It's all due to your mercy. You're giving us these amazing books, and they're taking chanting beads. Every time I go out now, I notice people are taking chanting beads. They give a nice donation, of course, and you get a set of chanting beads. And they're chanting the Maha Mantra flawlessly. So where is this coming from? I don't know, but I'm happy to be there to do this service. And I know you like it, Srila Prabhupada. I've been very fortunate to take a spiritual master, and I hope I can serve and please him as well. He's such a sweet, sweet man, and I hope I have some love for him. And as I had the love for you, Srila Prabhupada, and I realize this is where the real essence of Krishna consciousness is, pleasing your spiritual master, pleasing the guru, pleasing the parampara, and learning that don't teach the teachings which are non-differently. Teach them as they come in the books. But however, I've got your books, Srila Prabhupada, and you're the expert. So it's great having someone who is so expert, because these books hit like a battering ram. They hit when they hit some people, they're like, wow, they know, they're really, really stunned, because it's such powerful knowledge you gave us, Srila Prabhupada. So I'm thinking to try my best and serve you as I have done over the years. I'm hoping I can keep my body fit just to do this bit of service. And I know you love it, Srila Prabhupada. I appreciate that. It's having the determination to continue, which I'm hoping to do. And I'd like to also say I thank the devotees at Karuna Bhavan for keeping our great temple. It's a lot of hard work keeping this temple, and they've done it through blood, sweat, and tears. It's behind the scenes of the devotees come to the temple and enjoy themselves, and beautiful kirtan, beautiful prasad, beautiful deities. But the devotees in the background have to work so hard. But that's what they're about. They love working hard for you, Srila Prabhupada. It's about hard work, actually. So, however, Srila Prabhupada, you said, no matter the calamities in this world and in people's lives, and all the time when you go out, you see people with COVID, you see people with no legs, you see people blind, you see people drug addicted, you see alcoholics. But even these people are quite open to taking your books. And that's an amazing thing. And it's all down to you, Srila Prabhupada. You gave us these amazing books, and a lot of devotees have been lucky to serve you in that capacity as book distributors. A lot of nice other services as well, of course. Hard work going behind the scenes. Anyway, Srila Prabhupada, I'm here again, and all I can say is, please let me keep on serving you sincerely, determinedly, enthusiastically, lovingly. Try my best, and that's all anyone can do. And, well, what can I say, Srila Prabhupada? I hope this I hope we can all go on forward and make a great success of bringing Krishna consciousness to the fallen souls out there, which Lord Chaitanya wanted. Lord Chaitanya wanted it. Lord Nityananda wanted it. Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati wanted it. They all wanted these books because it's the only thing that can help human society. There's nothing else. Even if we have everybody becomes a millionaire, there'll still be hellish problems. Anyway, thank you, Srila Prabhupada, for letting me come here and once again say my bit to try and say please you and help your devotees any way I can. So I just want to be the servant of the servant of the servant, your aspiring humble servant, Jamavan Das.
Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So there's still a few offerings to be read, and what we can do is after Arti, then we can take a little bit extra time to read offerings before prasadam, but we don't want to hold people back too much. So we'll just ask everyone now to stand. We're going to have Guru Puja and Arti simultaneously. The devotees can come and offer a flower to Srila Prabhupada, if you could clear this area. Srila Prabhupada Ki.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. Bando Moi Savadhana Mate. Bando Moi Savadhana Mate. Jahara prasadeva he bhavatoriya jai. Jahara prasadeva he bhavatoriya jai. Krishna prapti hoy jai, hoite. Krishna prapti hoja, hoite. Gurumukha padama vakya, chitete koriyakya. Gurumukha padama vakya, chitete koriyakya. Arna kori homane asha. Arna kori homane asha. Shri Guru Charane Rati, Aise Uttama Gati. Shri Guru Charane Rati, Aise Uttama Gati. Jai Prasad Pure Sarva Asha. Jai Prasad Pure Sarva Asha. Chakudan dilaje janme janme Prabhu se. Chakudan dilaje janme janme Prabhu se. Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashita. Divya Gyana Hriday Prakashita. Prema Bhakti Jaha Hoite, Avidya Vinasha Jate. Prema Bhakti Jaha Hoite, Avidya Vinasha Jate. Vedigai Jahara Charita. Vedigai Jahara Charita. Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Janara Bandhu. Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Janara Bandhu Lokanath Lokira Jivana Srila Prabhupada Lokira Jivana Ha Prabhu Korodaya Dekho more padachaya Ha Prabhu Korodaya Dekho more padachaya Evejas Gushuk Tribhavana Evejas Gushuk Tribhavana Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana Srila Prabhupada Lalita Sarana Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Prabhupada, 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 Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jai Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine
Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami
Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine
Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Khadanita Jaya Mayapur Sasya Jaya Khadanita Jaya Mayapur Sasya Jaya Jaya Shitala Sena Jaya Shitala Sena Jaya Shitala Sena Jaya Shitala Sena Jaya Giridharila 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 Jaya Giridharila Jaya Nrisimhadev 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 Jaya Nrisimhadev Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jai Srila Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Pajita Pavana ki Shri Kodintama Prasasya Bhagavan ki Jai Gaura Premanande
Krishna, this divine grace about Charana, Ravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. ISKCON founder chair Srila Prabhupada ki. BBT founder chair Srila Prabhupada ki. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. Srila Prabhupada Vyasa Puja Mahotsav ki. Shri Guru Parampara ki. Anantakori Vaishnava Vrinda ki. Namachar Sharidas Thakur ki. Shri Sadhguru Swami Prabhu ki. Prem Sakor Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki. Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakun Radhakan Giri Govardhan ki. She maturvan davandamaki, she nabdik mapradamaki, Snil Charjagnat Puridamaki, she Kurinabavandamaki, Gangamaya Munma Talasa Devi Bhakti Devi ki, Priyat Madanga Shansana Bhakti ki, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki, Shri Prasadam distribution ki, Shri Shikodi Taima Prashashi ki, Shri Tausinath Maharaj ki, Shri Giri Dalal ki, Shri Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki, Shri Mati Vrinda Devi ki, Iskon Guravinda ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande. All glories to Sam devotees. All glories to Sam devotees. All glories to Sam devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Sing it for us.
Shri Nrsimha Bhagavan ki jai. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlada Hlada Daine. Prahlada Hlada Daine. Prahlada Hlada Daine. Prahlada Hiranyakasipurvaksaha. 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 Silatan kana kalaye. Silatan kana kalaye. Silatan kana kalaye. Silatan kana kalaye. Ito Nrisimho Parato Nrisimho. Ito Nrisimho. Ito Nrisimho Parato Nrisimho. Ito Nrisimho Parato Nrisimho. Yato Yato Yamitato Nrisimho. Yato Yato Yamitato Nrisimho. Yato Yato Yamitato Nrisimho. Yato Yato Bahir Nrisimho Hridaya Nrisimho. Bahir Nrisimho Hridaya Nrisimho. Bahir Nrisimho Hridaya Nrisimho. Bahir Nrisimho Hridaya Nrisimho. Nrisimha Madim Saranam Prapade. Nrisimha Madim Saranam Prapade. Narasimha Madim Saranam Prapade. Narasimha Madim Saranam Prapade. Tavakara Kamalavare Nakamadbhuta Sringa. Dalita Hiranyakasipu Tanu Bringam Kisavadrita Narahari Rupa. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Kara Kamalavare Nam Adbhuta Sringa. Dalitam Kesavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Kesavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Jaya Nrisimhadev Jaya Nrisimhadev Nrisimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Nrisimhadev Narasimhadev Nrisimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Bhakta Prahlad Jaya Bhakta Prahlad Bhakta Prahlad Jaya Bhakta Prahlad Jaya Bhakta Prahlad Bhakta Prahlad Jaya Lakshmi Nrisimha 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Shri Nrisimha Bhagavan ki jai Shri Prahlada Maharaj ki jai Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana ki jai Nitya Gaura Premanande Hare Hare Bol.
So, just before we give we take prasad, then we made the program according to the amount of offerings that came in for the Vyasa Puja book. So we've kind of run a bit short of time for some of the offerings, but we'll give another 10 minutes for that, and then we should stop for prasad because some devotees have got distances to travel. So just clear a little space here if the devotees can go back a little bit, please. And Vishvambar Gauranga.
Dear Srila Prabhupada, all glories to your divine grace. Please accept my humble obeisances. I feel fortunate for having got an opportunity to write this offering on your 127th appearance day. I don't know from where should I begin to thank you. You are the reason for everything auspicious in my life from all angles of vision. My life in this living did not start when I was born, but when I met devotees and when I came in contact of your books and teachings. That was my real birth. My learning didn't begin at school or college, but from when I started to hear your transcendental teachings. That was my real education. I'm only able to follow your instructions today only after learning from your books and listening to your lectures. I was a dumb fool. You made my life. Everything that
others see in me today is but a mercy that you have given, though I am not worthy of it. I am able to follow your instructions only because of your mercy. I am able to think something right or wrong today is only because of your teachings. I am able to do very menial services in the local temple is only because of you and your mercy. I'm writing this offering also only because of your mercy. I really don't know where should I begin to thank you. Everything in my life is what you have given me. I simply wish to spend my entire life eternally remembering you and thinking of you and your devotees. You have given so much transcendental instructions, but I am struggling to put a lot of your teachings into my personal life. I'm still in dark ignorance and I need to hold up the rope you have thrown and climb up, leaving behind all my useless habits. I'm willing to change for your pleasure. Your mercy is there to make my efforts complete, for which I just need to set up, step up to grab it. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada, for making my life. I will try my best to follow your teachings. Today I am far away, but hoping to given the entrance into your sincere devotees list sooner. Um, Thank you, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. It is thanks to you to have been finally in contact with your wonderful devotees. After wandering aimlessly, you have so kindly given the ripe and rare fruit of service and devotion to Lord Krishna. Your overflowing compassion in delivering so freely the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu like pouring clouds. Thus, every morning we sing Sansara Dava Nalla Vida Loka, Kanaya Karuna Ganaganatvam. Without distinction, you have sacrificed so much to give us your heart and the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You have opened up our darkened eyes and give us the knowledge and understanding of who we really are, not just a mere purposeless body, one of many isolated individuals striving and struggling to cut some meaning and pleasure in life, but a servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna. Thank you for walking us to our eternal position, a spiritual soul, dependent part and parcels of the Lord. Thank you for engaging me so patiently in your service. My only desire is to serve your mission, your faithful and loving devotees, whose only desire is to follow your instructions and please you. To accept what's favorable, to contribute to your movement society, to put yours and your devotee desire in the highest priority, as many as your disciple have already done, working so laboriously and selflessly, caught by the waves of love and the mercifulness of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nama Mahadevanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate, the most magnanimous personality. Please let me pray at your lotus feet, where have been the source of my greatest fortune and happiness. May I always serve you favorably and reject what's unfavorable, which will only lead astray from your shelter. May I remember that whatever little service is actually all due to your blessings and empowerment. May I be so unlimitedly and fortunately engaged in preaching your glories all over the world, so that the needy person who are suffering the ignorance of the natural true love of Krishna. You're aspiring devotee, your devotees. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So this is an offering from Jagannath Priya. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to your divine grace. All glories to your ISKCON society. Despite so many challenges, difficulties, and inconvenience, Srila Prabhupada, you never gave up. You never lost your determination. You fought all battles to give us Krishna consciousness. Please give us the strength and courage to fight on your behalf and protect your movement, Srila Prabhupada. Please help us to take shelter of your lotus feet and the lotus feet of Krishna and keep us safe from the material energy. Please help us follow in your divine footsteps to be a spiritual warrior, fearlessly and selflessly serving the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada, for giving us everything. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to your divine grace. One day I was carrying Prabhupada's Lilamrita with me, and in a group of friends, I was asked why I am reading a book about an old man. And I thought to myself, this old man has brought a gift that can deliver all fallen souls from deepest place of ignorance to the place where we can internally enjoy a loving relationship with the Supreme Personality, Lord Shri Krishna. Prabhupada, you have shown the way of blissful living by your perfect personal example, and any mundane scientist or politician could never come close to it. Not only you brought the transcendental knowledge of Supreme, but also established community of sincere devotees. I simply have no words that would show proper appreciation of your causeless mercy. Neither I fully grasp the potency of your gifts, but I can offer myself to devotees so that they can engage so that they can engage me in your loving devotional service. Attachment to your lotus feet is the perfection of life. Therefore, I pray to you, please keep us close to your lotus feet, the servant of your servant's servant. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Hare Krishna. Dear Srila Prabhupada, on this most auspicious day of your appearance day, I feel extremely grateful to be standing here among so many devotees and dancing in ecstasy. I am such a fallen soul, being born on such a holy land of Bharat where you, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Shri Krishna appeared. Even after being born on such a holy place, I still didn't know the value of Harinam and I didn't know the holy name of Gauranga. But you are so merciful that even such a fallen soul like me, you did not leave me alone. Even when I left the country and I came to West, you still looked out for me when I was in the streets of London and I found a temple, Sri Sri Radha Landaneshwar, the first temple I visited of ISKCON, with a good consciousness. And when I saw devotees dancing in there happily, it it, it changed my mind about devotion, about bhakti. And after that, I started began reading your books. And that day was not very far. It was just few months ago, and now I'm standing here speaking to you. it feels, I feel very grateful that I have that that I'm allowed to speak here today amongst all the devotees. And when I see all the disciples of all your disciples and their disciples, I understand what a great acharya you were, and what Krishna consciousness means a little. Thank you for everything, Srila Prabhupada. I'm such a fallen soul. I don't know what can I do, but all I can do is beg on your lotus feet to give me more strength, that year after year I can stand before you, and I can say that yes, Srila Prabhupada, I have been chanting more rounds, I have been distributing more books, and I am trying to progress in bhakti and in devotional service. Please give me strength. Thank you so much for everything you have done, and I'm just a beggar and I'm asking for your mercy even now. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Straight from the heart. Thank you. So, Jayananda, if anyone else has an offering, then we have a few minutes, and then we should stop for prasad.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutali Shmati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namani Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharane Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pashat Desatarane Om Agana Tiramandas Ya Janajana Salakaya Chakshu Umilitanya Na Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Dear Srila Prabhupada, usually this is the kind of thing that I dread, standing up before a crowd of devotees and giving an address to them. Worse than that, I'm keeping you from prasad, so it won't take very long anyway. So, however, for your sake, I will do the needful. After all, as you often said, a blind uncle is better than no uncle at all. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. Recently, I've been thinking about your early days in San Francisco. It seems to me that there is a part of the story of the Summer of Love that usually goes untold. And although many people have tried to tell the history of that summer, there is one part that they always miss. The part that always goes untold is the story of your first temple in San Francisco at 518 Frederick Street, Haight-Ashbury, or New Jagannath Puri as it became known, to those fortunate enough to make the leap from hippie to happy. It seems to be a shortcoming not to include your New Jagannath Puri and your disciples in the popular history of Haight-Ashbury in the summer of 1967. But then history is often misrepresented in its subsequent recounting. If I could give you another example, it would be of an event that it was recently much remarked on in fairly recent times. 2014 marked the 100th anniversary of World War I, which was marked by various events, one of which was to determine the causes of World War I. Many people, much learned in analysis of history, put forward their ideas. But so far as I know, no one ever said that it was due to the karmic reaction to meat eating and maintaining slaughterhouses. No one except you, Srila Prabhupada. Just one of your very impressive teachings, Srila Prabhupada, one amongst many. Of course, you could see that spark of devotion in any man or woman that would come before you, and you knew how to fan that spark. My time before you is nearly up, but there's just time to leave you with a really nice quotation from Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, from the chapter Prayers by the Personified Vedas. Originally, this quotation was composed by Srila Sridhara Swami. Let others engage in severe austerities. Let others fall to the land from the tops of hills and give up their lives. Let others travel to many holy places of pilgrimage for salvation, or let them be engaged in deep study of philosophy and Vedic literatures. Let the mystic yogis engage in their meditational service, and let the different sects engage in unnecessary arguing as to which is the best. But it is a fact that unless one is in Krishna conscious, but it is a fact that unless one is Krishna conscious, unless one is engaged in devotional service, and unless one has the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he cannot cross over this material ocean. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
So I think Janie had some offering, and then Brajendra Nandan.
Dear Srila Prabhupada, Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Nami. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous standing in front of all these amazing devotees, and I'm so small. And when I come here, I feel like I'm standing on the shoulder of all these giant devotees. And when I listen to their prayers, I'm touched in my heart. And a long time ago, when I came to this temple, I had a dream about you. And you came to me in my dream, and I saw you walking on this walk, and you were a wee man, and you were proud, and you were amazing. And you said to me, Janie, I know you're coming. And even when I didn't have faith in myself, and people around me I don't care if people around me have faith in me. It's important that I have faith in myself. But most of all, I've got faith in you. And I read your books, and I try to do my best. And I'm so grateful for the mercy that you show me. Absolutely so grateful. I can't express in my heart how grateful I am, but I'm glad that I've got your mercy. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Any other offerings? Oh yeah, Brajendra. Namam Vishnuparaya Krishna Pastaya Bhutale Srimati Namine. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to your lotus feet. On this special occasion and most fortunate day, I would like to offer you my deepest gratitude and appreciation to you. Just this morning, I was reading about Abhiram Thakur, who was one of the most vigorous preachers and associates of Lord Chaitanya. In the mood of a coward boy, he would carry a bullwhip called Jayamangala, and whoever he struck with his whip became filled with Krishna Prema, love for God. Dear Srila Prabhupada, you did not strike anyone with a bullwhip, but whoever lets himself be struck by the transcendental words emanating from your lotus mouth have surely become filled with Krishna Prema. This has been seen time and time again for your disciples and followers. Once in India, you were asked if you had performed miracles. Pointing to your disciples, you said, "This is my miracle." And after so many years, this miracle is still happening through your books and through your followers. A few weeks ago, I had the opportunity to go on a japa walk with one of your disciples, Dhirashanta Maharaj, and he spoke a lot about you. The events he described created a picture of you that is still in my head. He explained how the devotees brought you to the Mano temple on a helicopter. He said that on a rainy night, when everywhere outside was gloomy and dark, you, Srila Prabhupada, was shining with effulgence and looked like a demigod as you stood in the temple's doorway. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela 22.54 states that the verdict of all revealed scriptures is that by even a moment's association with a pure devotee, one can attain all success. So even though I have not had your physical association, I feel very fortunate to have been able to have your association at all, be it through your books, kirtans, and lectures. Dear Srila Prabhupada, even though I wish to do more for you, and even though me and my wife have several preaching ideas and desires, it seems every attempt or desire has been more or less insignificant until now. So please give us the strength, intelligence, and blessings. Please guide us and help us stay strong so we can turn the insignificant to significant and do something worthy for your pleasure. Srila Prabhupada Ki. Okay, last call. Any other offerings? Okay. So just like to thank everyone for coming along today. I don't know about you, but I feel enriched by hearing the devotees bearing their heart to Srila Prabhupada. It's an opportunity to gain insight into what motivates and inspires devotees. And when we hear their appreciations, then it helps us also to appreciate things which we never considered to appreciate in Srila Prabhupada and in those devotees. Speaking of which, we'd like to thank Gopa Vallabhi, and I'm not sure who else, if anyone else is helping her, but she decorated Prabhupada's arch very beautifully today. Wonderful. And of course, the devotees who decorated the temple yesterday and today. I'd like to thank Karun Sindhu for the nice outfit she made today also for Prabhupada's pleasure. And the devotees who made the garlands. Who made the garlands yesterday for today? Yeah, very nicely made. The cooks, Jagannath Priya, Ramai, Vrinda, Ishan, and I'm not sure who else might have been there. All glories to the cooks. Hopefully they've left us something out there. And also like to thank, I think Prajumna sponsored this outfit, did you? Yes, thank you. There's a bit of confusion because he wanted to sponsor yesterday as well, but somebody beat him to the finish line. So thanks, Prajumna. He's very keen to sponsor the deities' outfits. So if you want to sponsor a deities' outfit, you better get in a year in advance because he's got them all booked up. I don't know if someone sponsored the feast. I didn't hear about that. Does anybody know? Who was it? Okay. Well, all glories to that nameless devotee. It wasn't Saraswati who sponsored yesterday's outfit, was it? Okay. So I apologise that I didn't learn that. I'd like to thank Ashish for putting the Vyasa Puja booklet together at the last minute. And all the devotees who wrote their offerings at the last minute as well, virtually. And also all those devotees who for the last few weeks have put in a stellar effort to present the Festival of Colours, Janmashtami, Vyasa Puja, and we had a visit from the Scottish Member of Parliament, Environment of Minister, Minister for the Environment, who came on Tuesday, so the devotees gave up their day off, or to exchange their day off, and put in an effort to tidy things up in the garden. It went very well. And it was arranged by CARES, who have given us grants for installing renewables, and they're encouraging us to apply again. And they're also encouraging us to apply for some special environmental award. So that looks like that's we're going to get shortlisted for that. So, and whichever devotees made the vases, they were amazing. And we'd like to thank Atokshya Papu because he painted the deities today, didn't you? Yeah. And if you've seen Sri Tulsinath and the Shalagiri Darilal, then that was Gandaki yesterday. It's nice to see the devotees putting so much effort into pleasing the Lord and pleasing the devotees as well. So I think we can, if there's anyone else we didn't, one group of devotees I'd like to thank would be not just the devotees, but also the volunteers. Some volunteers, they've been serving all day, and then they serve prasad at night, and then they're cleaning up after everybody. They're actually giving us a showing up. They've really opened the doors to their heart to Krishna consciousness and taking on the spirit of devotion very nicely. So we'd like to thank all those. And we'd like to thank Srila Prabhupada's disciples for bringing Srila Prabhupada into our life, taking Krishna consciousness and bringing it to us and keeping us inspired, keeping us on the path. Srila Prabhupada ki.
And just a quick thank you to, on behalf of, I'm sure, most of the devotees here, Prabhupada's still an effort also, that he doesn't know what day off means actually. He's always up to something. And whenever you see him, usually then you always have to end up getting involved to try and help him, and then that could lead into many days and weeks and lifetimes. But he's behind the scenes, he's in the scenes, and he's even making sure the scenes are getting painted. Everything's going on, and I could be wrong, but I think my wife's offering was also being inspired by seeing spiritual warriors like Prabhupada Prabhupada, who has a Kshatriya spirit, and he's prepared to fight to see the right thing done. And it's very inspiring to work with him. And I feel very fortunate that I have this association. I get a chance to try and assist him in some way. His character and his record is impeccable. And he's a very wonderful devotee, and we're very fortunate to have him here in Scotland leading things up. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada surrendered servants ki jai.
No, it's Prabhupada's appearance day, so let's not take the spotlight off Prabhupada. So if anyone did have an offering they didn't get to read out, then sometimes what they do, or if they were too shy, then come and read it to Prabhupada on your own. Or if you want to come to the morning program tomorrow when the devotees are here, read it in front of the devotees and the deities. But everyone's here because of Srila Prabhupada's inspiration. It's just unfathomable how much good fortune he's brought to this planet, and we haven't seen the best of it yet. All those books that have went out, those are seeds. Prabhupada said, even if the movement stopped, the books are out, it'll start again. And if the movement hasn't stopped, in fact, it's getting bigger. I think we heard there's like over 300 temples in India alone now, is that right? So there's the only scarcity, as Prabhupada said, is Krishna consciousness. So let's do our bit to try to spread that Krishna consciousness. And this way we foster a relationship with Srila Prabhupada. This is the most important thing. That the three things which we distribute Krishna consciousness through is the Transcendental Book distribution, the Holy Name, and Prasad. So please get involved in those in some way or another and help further this movement and get the blessings of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki, Shishi Kodantama Pashashi ki, Iskandaravinda ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.